So if y'all don't see me anymore on the channel, then you know it was bad.
Out of nowhere into my life, you walked in and you opened my eyes. Can't believe this could happen to me. Yeah. You came crashing in and out of nowhere. All of this love.
Good morning, everybody. This is how our RV looks before we bring the slides in. This is our conga line. See, the Blackstone plays a very important role in keeping these desks from moving. Laundry hamper, ice maker. What is that, exercise mat? It's probably the only time we use it right now. We are going to try to start our exercise regime back. Is it regime? Regime.
Yeah, whatever. Darn right.
You see how he has our monitor strapped in on a pillow with bungee cords. So we are fixing to leave. And where are we headed to?
Casper, the friendly ghost. No, Casper, Wyoming.
And just outside of Casper, we're going to be staying in Glen Rock. But y'all, we just came from there, and you're probably like, why are y'all going back the same direction? We ask ourselves the same thing. We wanted to head to Utah. And why ain't we heading to Utah?
It's really, really hot in the part of Utah we'd be going to. So, we ain't going there yet.
And we need to go to certain parts because the Ford keeps screaming at us. The Ford truck, the black horse.
The dark horse.
Oh, yeah, the dark horse.
Yep.
Alright, y'all, so Matthew's doing something very important. He's WD-40 in the hitch, if that's even a term.
Yeah, and in our particular hitch, the manufacturer requires or recommends that you use WD-40 every time before you move. I don't know why they chose that chemical. There might be better ones, but that's what they say to use, so that's what I use.
And we haven't had any problems either. No. Watch him, y'all. I'm telling y'all, he is going to hurt himself. And you know what? I'm going to have to tow us out of here. Tell him not to jump off the tailgate like that.
Hey, I'm a ninja. I cannot be hurt.
All right, here's a better question. Do y'all jump off the tailgate after y'all are done in the back of the truck? Leave us a comment below. Is it safe? I don't think it's safe. All right, y'all, we are going to put the jacks to 1 inch off the ground for tug test height.
Yep, gotta do your tug test. It's important.
Very important. And why do we pick 1 inch again? Because of if it drops, it won't hit the bed rails.
Yep, you got it.
Yay, I'm learning, y'all. Good. All right, you ready to go?
Let's get it.
And then look how cool this is, y'all. The roadway in backs up to this. What would you call it, Matthew? Like
cliff?
A cliff or something.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all. We are taking a break at the Independence Rest Area on our way back to Casper. But look what we get to look at while we're having our snack.
Independence Rock.
There's Independence Rock, but that's not the best part. Look. The views just keep going and going. Isn't that the Oregon Trail out there somewhere?
This is part of the Oregon Trail, yes.
Mm-hmm. I would have to say this is one of the prettiest rest areas we've been to. I mean, how many rest areas have y'all been to and y'all get a view like that?
I know.
Alright, y'all, we're running auto level, but look how big these sites are. Here's your sewer and your water, and the electric's all the way in the back, so I tried to get Matthew as far back as possible. There's our patio with the grill on it, the our Blackstone table that we bought to put stuff on, and here's our rug. We finally got our rug out. I don't think we've had our rug out since Mississippi, which was back in March. Hey y'all, we're on Casper Mountain and there's this waterfall trail that we wanted to take, and you know it's Saturday and it's the summertime, and we were pulling in here and there looked like no place to park, and we thought we were gonna have to change our plans, and God opened up this perfect spot for our huge truck, and I'm fixing to show you where we got. All right, y'all, this is our spot. Here's the road you come down, and you see the cars are parked there, and then this spot was just empty. I think we saw a truck had just pulled out maybe before we got here. I'm not sure. Oh, you saw two of them leave.
Yeah, there were 2 vehicles.
They pulled out right when we pulled in, and look how awesome. There was this one spot I was gonna try to squeeze the truck in on the road. Matthew's like, Hey y'all, we're starting the trail. According to All Trails, it's called the East Side.
No, here, East Bridle Trail.
The East
It's a
Bridle.
loop.
The East Bridle Trail. Elevation. Elevation 6,300.
We'll be climbing about 1,000 feet on this trail, the East Bridle Trail.
And we keep track of all of our trails on All Trails, y'all. Broken Dreams Reborn, find us on there.
Y'all, I don't know if you can tell, it's a little difficult to display elevation when you're on camera, but Sean's going up, and this is pretty steep. Okay, that is the trail. All right, upsy daisy. Eat your Wheaties.
If y'all are gonna hike in 9-degree weather, which yes, Wyoming apparently gets 9-degree weather with a chance of 100-degree weather, hike in the mountains because it's much cooler the higher in elevation you go.
Yes, absolutely. Y'all, look at this. This is sand like the beach.
Who knew y'all could have the beach and mountains at the same place?
Yep. So you don't have to choose anymore, y'all.
And then look at the view.
Oh wow, let's give you a panorama. There's the beach, there's the mountains. Alright y'all, it's a cave. I don't think it's a very deep cave.
Oh, the trail goes this way.
Yeah, it's not a very deep cave, but it is a cave. I'm going to take this short little scenic thing right over here. Alright y'all, look at this. Like we're on an alien planet. Look at that. Let me get up here so you can get a better view. Alright.
So y'all, the moral of the story is when you take a trail, if you're able to do it and it's safe, do not do this if it's dangerous. Go off trail a little bit, and then you can see hidden gems that aren't on the marked trail, and this is what we just saw.
And in most areas that you hike, you're probably perfectly allowed to go a little off trail, but just keep in mind what the rules are where you are. Look y'all, don't say we don't do nothing for you. We climbed this here peak to give you this view. You see it? Look at that. What do y'all like about hiking? Do you go for scenic vistas? Do you go for challenging terrain? Do you go just to get outside and get out of your head for a while? What's your favorite part about hiking or walking that you enjoy? How about for you?
Scenic views. You need a payoff, right? You need a payoff for all the work you do.
I agree with that. And it's to get in shape. Let's go see this overlook. Look at that, y'all. Oh my. Wow. Look at this, y'all. This is amazing. See, if we didn't RV, we wouldn't know this existed. We wouldn't be here because we don't have the money for vacations. We could maybe go down the road. That's what we could do. But now that we can move our home with us, our office with us. As long as we get the internet, we can move. And this is the weekend. Today's Saturday. This is what we're doing with our time. We could have never done this otherwise. Look at that. Can y'all fit through there? All right, y'all. The overlook was neat and all, but if you don't move, you don't get to see anything else.
Right.
So let's go.
I'm going to say something. Y'all see, Matthew pointed out, down there on the cliff. I was up high. Matthew decided to go down.
I was down there. She was way up here.
Tell me, and I couldn't see him, and I couldn't hear him. Y'all, my heart stopped. I thought he done fell off. But then when I saw his head, then I knew that he was still alive, and he started laughing. So I filmed him as he came back up. So if y'all want to see reaction of how I like told him, you know, I got shorts and stuff. So make sure y'all watch our shorts, Instagram and TikTok and all that. But that's just wrong. If you're gonna go off trail, you need to let your partner know where you're going.
All right, let's go. All right, y'all. What you're about to see is something out of history. And we're not showing it to you like we're glad it happened, because we're not glad it happened. But since it's here, we want to see it, we want to show you. Here we go. We're on Casper Mountain, and we'll get closer, but right around there, you see what looks like the front part of an old vehicle? Let's go. We'll show you more. Stay tuned. All right, y'all, here we go. As we said, we're sorry it happened back in the day, but it's amazing for us to see it at this point in time. Look at that. It looks like an old, 50s or so? Obviously the weather's gotten to it, but I'm willing to bet that it burned too. I can't tell you the history of it. I'm sure there's a website somewhere that'll tell you. They pried open the passenger door. There's the car. And way up there, you can't see it, I can't even see it, but there's a road up there, and that's where it came down, barreling down the ravine through these trees, and whatever act of nature made it stop, there it is. Alright, y'all, as I said, I'm recovering from being afraid of heights. And there's only been one spot on this trail that has made my knees shake a little bit, and that was when I climbed up a little peak, not this. This makes me feel just fine.
A preview. You can see the waterfall. You see it through the...
Yes, barely I can see it.
Getting closer. And y'all, it is like 93 down in Casper. I don't feel like 93 up here.
It is nice, y'all. Here we go, y'all. Out of the wilderness into paradise. Look at this. Look at this.
Hey y'all, so if y'all are enjoying this video, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps us out. And leave us comments. We love comments. We love getting notifications that someone left you a comment.
And it's free.
Yeah.
So, y'all, we come up to this, and the sign says what? Notice, drinking water. All right. So you see this nondescript pipe coming out of the woods, coming out of the road, with a little trickle of water. I mean, is anybody else besides me skeptical, like, maybe somebody's just having fun with you, and that's not drinking water, and that comes from, I don't know, a cow pasture a few miles away? I don't know.
I tried it. It's ice cold, and when you're hot, you don't want room temperature water. You want ice cold water. It's mountain stream water, and I think someone was nice to build it and let us have it. I mean, honestly, they could get in trouble, I would think, for doing that. Someone would have come through and taken the sign down if it wasn't safe.
Or the sign maybe used to say, caution, toxic water, you'll grow 3 heads, and now they replaced it.
I had a few sips, so if y'all don't see me anymore on the channel, then you know it was bad. But if you still see me, then you know it was good.
All right, y'all. Apparently there's something, wow. All right, yeah. I hear there's something up ahead worth looking at, and this is worth looking at. And you got your obligatory graffiti. It just keeps going up. Look at this. Echo. Yeah, a little bit of an echo. This is cool. The wind going through it and everything.
Hey y'all, I just want to say something. don't be these people that leave graffiti. It doesn't look nice. It defaces nature and it just takes away the beauty of it. So do not be these people.
Because honestly, we would love to see you on the trail, but once you're no longer on the trail, nobody cares that you've been here. Nobody cares that these people have been here.
Right.
Just leave it alone.
Right. Good morning, y'all. It is too early.
Yeah.
It's like 6:13 a.m. Why are we up so early, Jones?
Because big boy here needs an oil change, and they gave us the first appointment of the day. And if you know anything about doctors and car dealerships, they get really backed up throughout the day. So we figured early is better, and it's a 30-something minute drive.
34-minute drive because we're just outside of Casper, but this is the best place we could get to get the Ford in, or the Dark Horse in, for an oil change. So we're on our way to do that now.
Yep, and we read user reviews, we read reviews for the shop, because believe it or not, even getting an oil change is not so simple for some people apparently. So we found what we think is a very good dealership.
Yes, so we're on our way now.
Hey y'all, we just got the 20,000 mile service done. Basically a big glorified oil change, rotate the tires, cabin air filter, engine air filter, all of that good stuff, especially with all the dirt roads that we've been finding ourselves on.
Mm-hmm. It took about 3 hours. Alright, y'all, I'm going to show you what Matthew's up to. He's up to no good. He's fixing us some brats with peppers and onions. And y'all, he's got these, it's windy here in Wyoming. He tried to put the awning out and it was not having it. So we use these wind guards that are like, what we just call them scrapers, metal scrapers, and you can get them at the Dollar Tree, y'all, for $1.25 a piece. It helps block the wind so you can cook evenly on the Blackstone, right?
There's a gap between the burner and the griddle, and if the wind gets in there, it adjusts your temperature and your flame, and you don't need that. That's not good cooking.
And this was not the first thing we tried to use. I think in Minnesota last year when we were mooch stocking at his parents' house, he wound up cutting up what?
A foil roasting pan, and that worked, but that's a nuisance, and that's a little too redneck even for me.
And then, so we did a reel about this that kind of exploded on TikTok and Instagram, and people are like, well, why don't you just use tinfoil? And we're like, because it blows in the wind, doesn't it? And then you keep throwing away tinfoil, which it winds up costing you more money than just these $1.25 little scrapers.
Yeah, we wash them. And here's a little hint. Right now the peppers and onions are exactly how I want them, so I have that burner off. This is a 22-inch, 2 burners, and the rock burner is on.
A 22-inch, what are all the sizes?
17, 22, and then too big for RVing after that. So every few months, according to the maintenance guide, we're supposed to check the seals around the RV, on top of the RV, and I do that religiously because it's important. But there's one, I don't know if I missed it or if it just happened because, you know, it's like an earthquake when you drive down the road. So I was going to use some of our ProFlex, which is what's highly recommended. However, this darn thing, I put a seal on the top of it because I have like 80% of this left, and I sealed it up the way the internet wisdom seems to be, that you seal it up, and that didn't do any good. This is like a rock. It's worthless. So that's expensive. So for now, I know it's not as good, but I'm going to use regular silicone. It's outdoor clear silicone. It has good adhesion. It dries in less than a day, and that's good because we're leaving tomorrow. So let's go see if we can just shore this up, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, this is under the front cap. There's a screw under here, and this screw goes underneath this seal up into the fiberglass or whatever this is. And I'm not quite sure how to take this off and redo the screw, so for now I'm just going to seal it up. I know it's not great, but... Alright, it's been a few days, and here is the end result. See? I think I did a pretty decent job. And it's pretty good. It's sealed up. It's not going anywhere.
Okay, y'all, while we're on the road, we obviously still have to get prescriptions and stuff, and the pharmacy that we chose was CVS because it's nationwide, just like Walgreens. But the reason I personally picked CVS is because I like my prescription is made by a certain manufacturer that CVS uses, because I've got this same prescription at a Walgreens before, and you wouldn't believe that it's a little different. So that's why I choose CVS, but it's very easy. We have a CVS app which easily transfers your prescription from one CVS, like what, in Minnesota, to another CVS in Florida. It's very convenient, and if there's a problem, you just call them up and they'll just get it fixed for you.
Yeah, you call the CVS that you want to pick it up at, and they'll do whatever they need to transfer it if the app doesn't work for some reason.
Yeah, because the last one, usually you hear back from them, and I didn't, so we called, and they're like, oh, it just got messed up. Sometimes that happens, so, and then they were able to fix it, so.
Yep, and they have to special order the meds sometimes, but even that only takes a couple of days at most.
And one thing I like to do, if you know, see, Wyoming doesn't have many CVS's. I think they only have 3, maybe 4. I try to order it before we even get into town, because they will hold it for 12 days too. Because I want to make sure we're still in town when we get it. And also, sometimes CVS doesn't stand alone. They are in like a Target store. So if you can't find a CVS, look for a Target, and sometimes Target has the CVS pharmacy. But I'm not sure about Walgreens. They might stand alone, but...
Yeah.
So we got to stay at the, I think it's Deer Creek RV Park, and if I got that wrong, we'll put it down below. And I always say Glen Cove, but I think it's Glen Rock, Wyoming.
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
They're in a convenient location to Casper. I think it's about 25-30 minute drive to get to Walmart. They even have a Sam's Club, Home Depot, lots of conveniences. And we came here because obviously we needed to get an oil change, or the 20,000
mile service. And let me tell you, they don't have a whole lot of cities with these many amenities in one place in this part of Wyoming, because it's really kind of, and we like this about Wyoming, but it's kind of spread out, and there's not a whole lot in each town. So Casper's kind of a good location if you need to get a lot of stuff done.
And the thing about Glen Rock is, I don't even think they have they have a school, but they don't have a grocery store. And it was weird because we were coming in during the week, which is unusual for us, and we're like, oh, we gotta go slow because it's school zone. And then we thought it was weird we didn't see anything. I'm like, it's summertime. School's not in. But anyways, they do have some gas stations in this town, and some like mom and pop type restaurants and a post office, but I do not think they have a grocery store here.
And also, while we were here, we were really trying to stay in the Casper Mountain area. We were trying to look for some boondocking, and the 2 biggest things we need are internet and open sky for our solar panels. Well, they got all kinds of cell towers on Casper Mountain, so we got internet through a large part of it anyways, but we didn't get enough open sky, so we gotta move on. Can't do boondocking around here.
This thing about the mountains, y'all, they have trees on them. And the last thing about Glen Rock is they have 40-degree change in weather. Like, you'll wake up, it's 57 outside, it'll be 97 by the end of the day.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
We didn't follow the weather very well when it came to trying to stay in the 70s.
Nope.